Dittemore, head coach of the Castleberry Fighting Lions. He's going to give us a little brief synopsis on what happened this year and what we hope to see in the future.
Well, this was a very enjoyable year from a coaching standpoint. The season began with the preseason ratings coming out in the Harris system, predicting the Fighting Lions from Castleberry to finish with a record of 5-3-2. Some of those defeats were to come at the hands of Coppell, who we defeated 21-7 over in their stadium. They picked us even with Joshua, who we defeated 48-14. Arlington Heights, who we defeated 29-8, giving us a final season record of 8 wins and 2 losses. Coaching terminology for this kind of football team is a group of overachievers. They pulled together as a team. They showed their willingness to be coachable, to work hard, to really care about one another, and that's the reason for our success. So far as the future is concerned, it looks to be very bright. Our junior varsity team finished with a record of 6 wins, 3 losses, and 1 tie. Our freshman team finished with a record of 4 wins and 6 losses, and their schedule was much tougher than the varsity or junior varsity record schedule, because we kind of had to get them an outlaw schedule due to so many cancellations in the previous year by Fort Worth schools. So we're very excited about the future of the Fighting Lions, and yet at the same time we are very pleased and proud of what our young men did this year. We wish our seniors the very best in terms of life success for the future.
Thank you very much, Coach. And even though my son ball team, Brian, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. The first one, was it your body or your brains that made you a hit with the girls this year?
I'd have to be brains.
Was it your brains?
Yeah, it had to be.
High.
No doubt. Yeah, exactly. No doubt.
Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
Initially Davis.
Who's that?
Initially Davis.
Initially Davis, okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
That day in practice, knocking Coach Ellen on his butt during a blocking drill.
Really knocked him on his butt, okay. What was the worst thing that happened to you this year on or off the field?
Losing the bird and not making the playoffs.
Yeah, that's tough. Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members or the coaches?
Well, I really enjoyed playing with all the players this year. And the coaches are a bunch of good guys.
Okay, there's some good games. All right, thank you, Brian.
Where's the bag?
Introduce Danny Kearley, the boys' varsity football team. Danny, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
It was my body.
It was your body, huh? Oh, that's good. You worked on your body a little bit harder than your brain.
I get it.
Who's your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
Oh, that has to be Danica Henderson.
Who's that?
Danica Henderson.
Danica Henderson, okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
That'd be my first interception against Arlington Heights.
Okay. What was the worst thing that happened to you this year on or off the field?
I got knocked out tackling that Lynchner guy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Edward.
Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members or the coaches?
Just that I enjoyed the experiences we shared, and I always remember them, and I'll miss y'all.
Okay. Thank you very much, Danny. John McAlpin, Castleberry varsity football team. John, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Sure.
Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
My body.
It was your body, huh? Okay, very good. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
Dream girls. I don't dream about any girls at Castleberry.
You don't dream about any girls? How about other schools?
No, I guess so.
In other states? Other countries? Okay, very good. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
I guess just a long run at a Joshua game.
Okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Okay. What was the worst thing that happened to you this year, on or off the court, or on or off the field?
There's I guess a couple of games I wasn't doing too good in, so that was pretty bad.
Okay. Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members or coaches?
Just that's too bad we missed the playoff spot. Next year, year after.
Okay. I think we'll have it better year next year. All right. Thank you very much, John. This is Chad Lawler of the Castleberry Varsity football team. And Chad, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you a hit with the girls this year?
I'd say my body.
Body? Okay. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
Couldn't say.
Couldn't say? You can't say or you couldn't say?
I couldn't say. It was somewhere.
Okay. All right. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
Playing against Northside.
Okay. Very good. What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
Probably making varsity at the end of the year.
Okay. Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members and coaches?
I just look forward to playing with y'all next year.
Okay. Sounds real good. Thank you very much, Chad. Chris Stark, Castleberry varsity football team. Chris, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Was it your body or your brains that made you a hit with the girls this year?
I'd say it's definitely my brains.
Your brains, huh? Okay. Well, that's a different one than we've had. Who's your dream girl at Castleberry High School this year?
Brandy McCoy.
Brandy McCoy? Okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
Catching my first pass in a Lake Dallas game.
Very good. What was the worst thing that happened to you this year on or off the field?
Losing to Brewer, not making the playoffs.
Yeah. Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members or the coaches?
Well, I enjoyed playing with all the players, and I think the coaches did a pretty good job, and I'm going to miss it.
Okay. We'll miss it too. Thank you, Chris. This is Jacob Geary, the Castleberry varsity football team. Jacob, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
I think it was my brains.
Or your brains?
Yeah.
Not 50-50 or anything
No.
like that? Okay. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
I don't think there's really one to dream about too much here.
Don't bring back girls, okay?
Not here anyway.
Okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
Making my first tackle while I was over.
Okay, sounds real good. What was the worst thing that happened to you this year, on or off the field?
Getting moved down to JV the first year.
That was disappointing. Okay. Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members and coaches?
Just I'm looking forward to playing with y'all next year.
The Jordans, the Castleberry High School varsity football team. David, you play defensive linebacker or defensive back?
Yes.
And quarterback offensively. Okay. I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Was it your body or your brains that made you a hit with the girls this year?
I didn't even know I was a hit with the girls this year.
Yeah, you were a hit with the girls. I could hear them screaming every time you carried the ball out there. And I didn't know whether it was the stamina of going through the rest of the bodies or it was your brain that was getting you around through the... Okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
I'd have to say the feeling after the Coppell game. It was a feeling, that we were really a team that had finally come together. It all finally gelled.
That was a good game.
Yeah.
Really good game. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
Kendra.
Kendra?
That'd be Kendra.
Okay. What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
That's a tough one. I'll just say in the locker room, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Is there anything special that you'd like to say about team members or the coaches?
Yeah, it was a great year. Had a lot of fun. Always remember it.
There was a lot of good games.
Yeah.
What do you plan on doing when you graduate?
Oh, we're going to college.
Where about you going?
Don't know. Want to play ball somewhere.
What's your major?
Looking at architecture.
Okay, that's good. Thank you very much, David.
Thank you.
I introduced senior Donovan Solis, who played safety defensively and tight receiver offensively. Donovan, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if that's all right with you. Was it your body or your brains that made you a hit with the girls this year?
I have to say a combination of both.
Combination of, well, that's good. That always kind of works best. Have a good ground game and a good aerial attack, all right? Who's your dream girl at Castleberry High School this year?
I say my girlfriend, Brooke Burks.
Okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
Well, I have to
to say when I made the block for Eric Harden when he ran 97 yards back on the interception, and he took me out to dinner for it.
Hey, that's great. That's great. That's what friends are for, isn't it? What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
Probably on the field when I got beat deep once this year, and I was on defense.
Okay. Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members or coaches?
Gonna miss them.
Yeah. Okay. What do you plan on doing when you graduate?
Going to college, maybe run some track, hopefully.
What college you thinking of going to?
Tarleton, or maybe University of North Texas.
What are you going to major in?
Psychology.
Sound like a good field. Thank you very much, Dalton. This senior Eric Harden, who played the halfback defensively and split in offensively. Eric, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you a hit with the girls this year?
I'd say it was both of them.
Both of them, huh?
Yeah.
Well, another 50-50. Well, that's good. Who's your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
I'd say Brandon McCoy.
Brandon McCoy?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
Probably when I ran the 97-yard interception return against Brewer back to almost win the game.
Yeah, well, that was a close one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Real hard to. What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
That was probably the Northside game when I got thrown out for doing nothing with 2 minutes left in the game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's tough, especially senior year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members or the coaches?
Just like to say I love them all and I'm going to miss them.
Yeah, that's good. What do you plan on doing after you graduate?
I plan on attending either TCU or Texas A&M University.
Okay, what's going to be your major?
I'm undecided really, but probably something to do with chemistry or chemical engineering or something like that.
Sound like a good field. Thank you very much, Aaron. It's Brian Smith. He's a sophomore who played tackle defensively and guard offensively this year. Brian, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
All right.
Was it your body or your brains that made you a hit with the girls this year?
Brains.
Your brains,
Yeah.
You got a few years before it'll be your body,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
Dana Woodruff.
Dana Woodruff?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
Oh, there's a lot of them. Every time I fell down when you saw it on film.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the worst thing that happened to you this year on and off the field?
Not getting picked for any all-district positions.
Well, you still got a few years to go. That's good. Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members or the coaches?
Just that I loved it. Just making it as a sophomore.
Very good. Thank you very much, Brian. This senior, Carl Brotherton, I believe, who played defensive end and defensive end offensively and defensively. Okay, that's better. All right, Carl, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
My body.
Was it your body? All right. Well, you toughened it up over the last few years, haven't you? Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
Brandy.
Brandy? Okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
I got a knockback on the biggest guy against Northside, on their biggest guy on their team.
Oh, yeah? That's good. What was the worst thing that happened to you this year, on or off the field?
Well, I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to.
Okay. Is there anything special you'd like to say about other team members or the coaches?
Well, the coaches did a decent job teaching us.
That's
And
good.
if it wasn't for David, I don't think we would have won as many games as we would have.
Yeah, it's a good player. Good player. What do you plan on doing when you graduate from high school?
Well, I think I'm going to the Postal Service.
Okay. Sounds real good. So, anyway, your football career is over, but you're beginning another one. All right. Thank you very much, Carl. This senior Jason Hall, who played tackle defensively and center offensively. Jason, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
Definitely my brains.
Definitely your brains.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
The high school?
Yeah.
I say at the school it'd probably have to be Miss McChristian.
Miss McChristian?
Yeah, I get the same for the teachers.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. At least you can learn something. What was the most memorable football experience you had this year?
Football experience memorable. Probably when
Good one.
me and William Day in the Brewer game got the play mixed up, and everybody ran it one way and we ran it the other way, and ended up knocking ourselves silly. And it looked pretty good on films too. We got chewed out a little bit.
What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
I'd say my car broke down. I had to pay for it, and I don't have a job, so I don't have any money. So I was like walking for a while. Felt pretty cool being a senior walking to school.
That's rough, isn't it? Is there anything special you'd like to say about other team members or the coaches?
Yeah, I'd like to say that I really enjoyed playing on the football team this year, and that I'm going to miss all the guys, and that I think the linemen are going to do really good next year. And I'd especially like to say goodbye to Coach Hilmer, because had it been for his awesome coaching, then I wouldn't be that football stud that I am now.
Very good. What do you plan on doing after you graduate?
I'm probably going to go to Baylor and study chemistry and then go to med school because I got accepted down there.
That sounds real good. Thank you very much, Jason. Senior Charlie DeVee, who played running back defensively and running back defensively. Did you put that in there?
Running back and defensive.
Okay. All right, you got it backwards, but that's all right. Charlie, I'd like to ask a few questions, if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
I guess my body.
It's your body, huh? Okay. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School this year?
Amy Redeker.
Amy Redeker?
Amy Redeker.
Okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
I guess the pass I threw to Brian Armstrong in the Heights game.
Okay.
For a touchdown.
Very good. What was the worst thing that happened to you this year on or off the field?
Losing the Brewer.
Yeah, that was a tough game. Boy, I watched that one all the way down to the final seconds. Is there anything special you'd like to say about other team members or the coaches?
That we were all good friends and we were all together for the game.
Very good. What do you plan on doing once you graduate?
I'm planning to go to TCJC and then go to North Texas.
Sounds real good. Thank you very much, Charlie. And your Trey Tovar, who played linebacker defensively and tight end offensively. Trey, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
Brains.
Was it your brains, not your body, huh? Who's your dream girl at Castleberry High School this year?
Bridget Lee.
Yeah, I knew you'd say that. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
Getting my crack on Coach Hilmer and knocking him down.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You didn't hurt him, did you?
No.
Okay. What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
Didn't get to play in the Boswell game.
Okay. Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members or the coaches?
I think we were one of the best teams that came through because we worked as a team and we didn't have no individual people.
That's right. What do you plan on doing when you graduate?
Go to Tarleton and major in physical therapy.
Sounds real good. Thank you very much, Trey. Introduce senior John Michael, who played halfback defensively and receiver offensively. John, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
Well, I guess I'd have to say it was my intelligence.
In your intelligence, so if you're saying your brain, okay. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School this year?
Well, to protect myself, I'll have to keep it to initials. CC.
CC, huh? Okay. Anybody we know?
Maybe.
What was your most memorable football experience this year?
I guess on like one of the first two games, I got an interception and ran it back, and it was pretty cool.
Okay. What was the worst thing that happened to you this year, on or off the field?
Probably hurt my ankle because I was out at practice for a while, and my ankle kind of hurt the rest of the year.
Okay. Is there anything special you'd like to say about the other team members or the coaches?
I think the coaches did a good job this year, and the team, it was more of a team concept, you know. We were all good friends together. Right. I enjoyed them.
Y'all played real good. When you graduate, what are your plans?
Well, right now I plan on going to TCJC. I don't know what my major will be yet, but just going to TCJC and getting into school.
Sounds good. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you.
Senior Caleb Parnell, who played punter defensively and split receiver and kickoff and running back offensively. Caleb, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
Well, I ain't got no brain, so I guess it had to be my body.
Your body, yeah. Sometimes that does it every time. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
I don't know. I don't guess I have one.
Okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
Probably tying the field goal record for the school.
Okay. What was the worst thing that happened to you this year, on or off the field?
I missed another chance, and it was really embarrassing because I missed it pretty bad.
Okay. Is there anything special you'd like to say about team members or the coaches?
It was real fun this year because we were more of a family. There was no arguments or anything.
Yeah. It's a good team effort.
Yeah.
What do you plan on doing when you graduate?
Hopefully going to college somewhere.
Okay.
Kicking.
What do you think you want to major in?
Probably criminal justice or
Criminal
something.
justice. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a good major. All right, thank you very much, Caleb. This senior Terry Ryle, who played tackle defensively. Terry, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you a hit with the girls this year?
Probably my body.
Did you have to work at it so you could be a hit?
Not too bad.
Okay. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School this year?
I can't really think of one off the top of my head, but just to keep me out of trouble, I better say Crystal Moore.
Okay, that's good. That's good thinking. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
It's probably in the Arlington Heights game. I had a few memorable moments, but me and the other tackle, the guy, sophomore who played the other tackle, Brian Smith, we were in on the tackle together, and it was a real good tackle. We smashed the quarterback, and I just always remember that hit because it felt good.
Felt good to smash him.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
Well, off the field, or no, actually on the field, it would be during the ninth week of practice. I had my knee injured, and so I didn't get to play my 10th game, and that was my very last game, so I always remember that.
Is there anything special you'd like to say about other team members or the coaches?
Just that the team concept and that how close we are made my senior year much more enjoyable.
Right. What do you plan on doing when you graduate?
First, I'm just going to go to junior college and then transfer, to a university or something. But I want to major in psychology and probably minor in drawing.
That sounds real good. Thank you very much, Terry. Here's Brian Murray, who played defensive end defensively and tight end offensively. Brian, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you a hit with the girls this year?
I guess it would be my brains, my body is not that good, I guess.
Okay, well, whatever works. Who was your dream girl at Castleberry High School this year?
I don't have a dream girl at Castleberry.
No dream girls at Castleberry High School, okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
I guess it was the game against Coppell, where they beat us last year, and then this year we came back and really tore them up.
Felt good to beat them in that big stadium, didn't it?
Yeah.
What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
Worst thing would be that lost to Burr at our home field. Just kind of really messed us
Yeah, I
up.
thought we had that one too. Is there anything special you'd like to say about other team members or coaches?
I think that the coaches did a really good job this year, and that all the players did just as good of a job as the coaches did. Just had a great year this year.
Yeah, looks like everybody had a good time. What do you plan on doing when you graduate?
I'll go to junior college and get a few classes out of the way, and then probably transfer to a different college. Major in maybe some kind of art class or something.
Okay, sounds real good. Thank you very much, Brian. I'd like to introduce senior Mark Grisham, who played tackle defensively and tackle offensively. Mark, I'd like to ask a few questions, if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you a hit with the girls this year?
Really, I guess some of the girls I found out said I was kind of shy, so I guess they said they liked that about it because it told them you were sensitive or something like that. I just think they wanted somebody else.
Okay. So some of them like your brain, some of them like your body.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School? Do you have one?
I'm not going to say.
Not going to say. Refuse to answer that may tend to incriminate you, right?
Yeah.
What was your most memorable football experience this year?
Game with Brewer. Just coming so close. They were the ones that I wanted to beat the most.
It was close. What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
Seeing some of my friends and stuff on the team get hurt and not being able to finish the season.
Well, that's rough, seeing anybody get hurt. Is there anything special you'd like to say about other team members or the coaches?
Just that I was really proud of the way the coaches brought us all together, as a team, and they weren't down because we lost a lot of talented people that just graduated and everything last year. And people weren't picking us to do anything, the coaches knew. So if we got together, we could do it, and just everybody, when we played as a team, there wasn't anybody that could beat us.
Okay. Sounds real good. What do you plan on doing after you graduate?
I'll be in the Navy.
Be where?
In the Navy.
In the Navy. Okay, that sounds like a good career. Thank you very much, Mark. This junior Corey Nolan, who played halfback defensively and running back offensively. Corey, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
I don't know. I guess both.
A little bit of both, huh?
They're getting told too much. I don't know.
Huh?
I didn't really get told that much. I don't know.
Okay. They didn't tell you?
No.
Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School this year?
I don't have a dream girl at Castleberry.
Don't have one at Castleberry? Okay. What was your most memorable football experience this year?
I guess it was for the Lake Worth scrimmage. Coach Lovin was talking about vision and plays, and all that day I visioned the play of busting a big one loose, running the bond.
Right.
I got up there in the backfield, it's called 35 dive.
Yeah.
I visioned exactly what I was going to do, so the play was called, got the ball, and did exactly what I visioned. Just like Coach Lovin was telling us, you vision it, vision it exactly.
You got it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Visioning my play.
That's good. What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
Brewer, God, losing to Brewer, that was
Yeah,
pretty heartbroken right there. That hurt pretty bad.
that was tough for everybody.
Yeah.
Is there anything special you'd like to say about other team members or the coaches?
I just want to say I'm proud of our team staying together as one, not getting too big-headed or thinking we're too good for everybody. I'm just proud of us staying together and
Right there was
having a good season.
everybody played real well together this year.
Yeah, we played pretty good.
Okay. Thank you very much, Corey. This sophomore Brian McMillan, who played middle linebacker defensively and guard offensively. Brian, there's a few questions I'd like to ask you if you don't mind. Was it your body or your brains that made you hit with the girls this year?
I had to be the bud.
The body?
Yeah.
Well, that's a good answer. Who is your dream girl at Castleberry High School?
Well, I don't think I've run into her yet, but I'm still looking. Yeah.
Well, you got a few years to find the right one.
I hope so.
What was your most memorable football experience this year?
Probably during the Joshua game when I had my Terminator hit.
Very good.
That was a big hit of the game.
Okay. What was the worst thing that happened to you on or off the field this year?
Probably during Brewer when I had my only chance to make an interception and it bounced off my chest in front of thousands, hundreds.
Had the whole world watching,
yeah,
didn't you?
it felt pretty good.
Okay. Is there anything special you'd like to say about other team members or coaches?
Well, we had a real good season this year, made real good friends with the upperclassmen, and, I'm just glad I had a chance to, have a chance and, have a real good season, make it work.
Very good. You did a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brian. This junior Billy